Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pence less fun.
World of sports, eh?
To the final whistles blow.
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! How is everybody doing? Down we go with that volume, yes. Welcome along, nice to have you all here this Saturday. Looking forward to a good contest between Fiji and PNG as the rugby champion, not the rugby championship, my apologies, the Pacific Championships in the Rugby League continues. But before we get into that, we've got a little bit of news, a little bit of Rugby League news that we need to touch on. Because this is a breaking story. Gregory, thank you very much for the sub there, Gregory. Now, this is a breaking story that we're just getting more information come through on as we speak. For those who don't know, Ezra Mam last year was about 20 minutes away from being the saviour for the Brisbane Broncos. He took the grand final by the haunches and was very nearly the saviour for the Brisbane Broncos. But I tell you what, he is not the saviour. As a matter of fact, he's been a very naughty boy. Ezra Mam has been busted failing a roadside drug test by the police. Now, where have we heard this before just recently, right? Yes, Josh Adokar, of course, the most recent example of this exact same thing happening. Now, details for this story are still filtering through, but the most recent update, it gets worse for Ezra. Because the most recent update, he was driving unlicensed, as they've discovered. So, not only he's failed a roadside accident, a drug test, I also neglected to mention he's been involved in a car crash. He was sent to hospital. He's fine, by the way. Everybody's fine. There's a reason why. Why hasn't he spoken about if he's fine or not? He's fine. Nothing's wrong. He's all good. Physically, he's fine. He's in big trouble, though, of course. Failing a roadside drug test, and also it's been discovered that he was driving unlicensed to begin with. Ezra is in a little bit of trouble coming up. So we'll keep you posted on all those details. But yes, that is, of course, just a little bit of rugby league news that we needed to get out of the way before we focus on this game. And what a game we've got coming up. Fiji taking on PNG in the second of the Pacific Championship matches. We'll jump over to my game screen here because I've got a nice little multi to suggest for everyone here. Now, these games are very difficult to predict. Fiji and PNG, both teams are very capable of winning this match on their day. Who's going to stand up and take the biscuits today? We'll see. I'm leaning towards Fiji for the win. As you can see by my multi, I've gone a few try scorers. I've had a look over last year's games, and I think all the damage, a majority of the damage, will be done out wide. The forward packs for both these sides pretty much even each other out in some respect. Fiji with a slight advantage, obviously, with Kamikamica there, the captain, and Viliame Kikau too, of course. Viliame Kikau, who can go past him? A former Panthers premiership winner and done very well for the Bulldogs this year as well. So it'll be interesting to see. Forward packs pretty much even each other out, though. So I think advantage in the back line goes clearly to Fiji. They've got a pretty solid back line. Sonny Taruva's playing fullback. Mike Asivo on the wing. Joined on the wings by Semi Viliame. In the centres, Michael Jennings with a lot of experience and Wanga Blake. And judging by the previous encounters between these two teams, a lot of damage has been done on that right-hand side. So I'm suggesting Wanga Blake for a try. And Mike Asivo has been pretty reliable in previous games for Fiji. Sonny Taruva would have been an option for me had he been playing on the wing. They've got him at fullback today. Doesn't mean that it's going to nullify his involvement or what. But I'm just leaning towards Mike Asivo and Wanga Blake for try scorers. And of course, the captain, Tui Kamikamica, Kamikamica, as I like to call him. The Kamikamica, the captain for Fiji today, representing. I think he's going to have a massive game. And I think he's going to lead from the front. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he's even first try scorer. I'm not suggesting put first try scorer on, but I've included our good friend Kamikamica in there as well. On the PNG side, PNG, if they're going to do any damage, I predict that it'll be through the wings. So let's include a combo there. Let's include both wingers, Elijah Roltinga and Robert Derby. Slap him in a combo. So that gives us 4 legs. Wanga Blake, Mike Asivo, Derby and Roltinga. And of course, Kamikamica. Gamer Boy 210, ahoy there. Fiji will win. Hara Agi, ahoy there. Welcome along. Martin Horick. All the best, Kumuls. It's our win. Very much looking forward to the game. About 15 minutes before kickoff. Jeez, we got through everything pretty quickly. That doesn't normally happen. But looking forward to what should be a good game. Kamikamica, of course, what a fantastic achievement for him after a big season for the Melbourne Storm. Getting now to captain his country at representative level. An honour for Kamikamica there. Chat room, who have we got? Who have we got winning this game? Some late changes, it looks like, for the PNG pack. Liam Horn has come on to hooker and Judah Rimbu has been moved to the bench. So that's obviously something tactical in there. Rimbu moved to the substitute bench despite being named as the starting number 9. Interesting. The coach there probably predicting there's going to be some intense defensive efforts first up. So very similar to what Ivan Cleary used to do with Api Coruscant and Mitch Kenny. Mitch Kenny used to start the match, take the sting out of the game, and then Appy would come on and wreak havoc against some tired defence. And I suggest that that's exactly what PNG are trying to replicate there with that decision to move Rimbu to the bench and start the game with Liam Horn. It's interesting. I'll give them that. Trying something a little different. You got to respect that. So 6:10 local time is the kickoff. So we're about 12 minutes away. I wasn't expecting to get through all the pre-game stuff so quickly. That's my problem though, of course, because usually we're late going live under normal circumstances. So I'm racing through everything, trying to get through it as quickly as I possibly can so that we make sure we're ready in time for kickoff. Viliame Kikau might be a smoky for any time try scorer too. I might live to regret not putting Viliame Kikau in my multi. I'm telling you that right now. Chat room, I'll throw it over to you guys. If you've got any multis on, any try scorer predictions, I'd love to hear yours. You've heard mine. Let's hear yours. Hopefully it's a good close game. I know I say this at the top of every contest, but we are hoping for a very good close game between these two teams. Tonga put on an impressive performance last night, just didn't quite have the execution to get the job done against Australia, but they put on a very, very solid effort. Nonetheless, an effort they can be proud of. And looking forward to seeing what these two teams dish up today. Exactly 10 minutes until kickoff. Well, until the teams run out onto the field at very least. Some familiar names. If you haven't seen the team lineups, some very familiar names there. Of course, in Fiji, Sonny Taruva. Micah Sivo's there. Michael Jennings, Wanga Blake, Semi Valame, Kevin Nakama, Kurt Donahue, the halves pairing. Kamikamica, of course, the captain. Tagatui Mua, the hooker. Ben Nakabuai, Viliame Kikau, Tane Milne, and Caleb Navale. Now, that is some NRL experience in there. For PNG, Nini McDonald. PNG will win, says Gills Gumari. There's a chat room prediction there. PNG to win. Elijah Roltinga, Robert Mathias, Roderick Ty, Robert Derby, Kyle Laybut, and Lachlan Lamb. Lockie Lamb, actually, keep an eye on him. Lockie Lamb could be somebody to break the game apart. If it's a tense, close battle, Lockie Lamb is one of those slippery little halfbacks. He could do something all on his own and potentially win the game for PNG. They've got to keep it close. That's the key. They've got to keep it close. Fiji and PNG. Honestly, both of these teams do have the potential to run away with it. So this could be a blowout one way or the other. If one team gets on top, gets a roll on, it could be game over and completely swing in the favour of that side. I'm expecting something a bit closer. What's the line? What kind of line are they giving us, actually? Let's quickly look at that before we get underway in this one. What line are they giving us on this match? Sent Moke, ahoy there. Sent Moke says PNG will win. Line, that's what I'm after. So the line is only 7.5. So the bookmakers are expecting a close game as well. That's fantastic news. Well, I hope that it works out that way. I really do. We want to see a blockbuster contest between two very passionate rugby league nations, of course. Fiji look like they're getting ready to come out onto the field. Hoping for a blockbuster game, this one. PNG, Fiji. The Rugby Pacific Championships, Rugby League Pacific Championships. About to continue. Over on 9Gem, this game is, by the way. For those watching in Australia, the game is on 9Gem, which confused me. I had it on the regular Channel 9 and was wondering where the game was. Hamish McKenzie, ahoy mate. All hail the couch. Sione Otosambo, PNG Kumuls, you've done this. And we are right behind you all. Go for the win. Channel 9, Gem. Just in case. 9Gem. I was sitting on the regular Channel 9 channel, waiting for it to start, and all this time it was on 9Gem here in Brisbane. Yeah, in Brisbane, it's on 9Gem. In New South Wales, apparently it's on the regular Channel 9. You know what that is? That'd be daylight saving, dicking us about like always. That's what that is. daylight saving, so it's still 6 o'clock here, so the bloody news is on. Here's to abolishing daylight savings. Yes, I'll drink to that. Anyway, we've got it all sorted now. The teams are out on the field. The anthems are going on. How are you doing, Hamish? I feel like giving you a spanner back, Hamish, just to be annoying. Keith Kalama says, good luck. May the best team win. I like that sentiment. I'd have to say the best team on paper, looking like Fiji. Pretty strong lineup. As I said, Sonny Taruva's there, Mike Asivo, Michael Jennings, Wanga Blake. Well, I probably shouldn't include Wanga Blake in such prestigious company as the rest of the players I just named. But Wanga Blake goes all right on his day, I suppose. He has been involved in some very good teams over the years. Oh, Hamish McKenzie says, no, I'll time everyone out. Oh, so you'll be like many of my current moderators anyway. You'll fit in very well. Parker Lowell says, my personal opinion is Fiji. And that is a fair enough opinion. I think Fiji, the more solid of the two sides on paper. But as we know, paper doesn't win you a footy match. Stay hunky, ahoy, mate. Welcome along as we are closer and closer to kickoff for this one. Eddie Moses says, go Kumuls. You can do it. As PNG line up to face the challenge about to be set down by Fiji. Ahoy there, DJ Shack. DJ Shack says, oh God, let's see how I go with this. Kinokoto Katoa Mau Leil Isa Bula Vanaka. Cheers. And apologies. I tried. I gave it a shot. And for a big white boy, that's all I can really do. Well, what's happening here? Fiji, arm in arm, linked in a circle. They're in a huddle to sing the anthem. Ah, nice. Very cool. DJ Shack just saying hello in Maori, Samoan, and Fijian. All together and at the same time. Beautiful stuff. Well, my sincere hope is that I didn't butcher it too badly. Hopefully I did justice to even attempting it. Danny Papson says PNG will win a close margin. Stay Hunky says Fiji always sing in every match. I don't know why. Passion is what it is. Passion. DJ Shack might have a better insight than myself as to exactly what's going on. Viliame Kikau revving up the troops. I'm really looking forward to this game. Not just because I have a multi on. Oh, there you go. See, I told you DJ Shack could have more insightful knowledge than I. So it's a religious thing. I forgot that, Fijian, the Fijian culture, if that's the correct way of saying it, very religious country. Now, I'm excited for this game, not just because I've got a big multi on. Oh, sorry, Parker Lowell. If I had a spare $1 million to pay the licensing fees to the NRL, believe me, it's the first thing I would do. Like, I'm not even joking when I say, when people ask me that and that's my answer, I'm not being a smartass. I'm honestly not being a smartass. If I had a spare $1 million, I would legitimately pay the NRL a licensing fee to become the first YouTuber to legally stream the games in the background as well. I really would. But alas, I'm still working towards that first mil. Eddie Moses, watching all the way from Passam, wishing both teams all the best in favour of the Kumuls flying high in Fiji. Go Kumuls. It's his nickname, Stay Hunky. It's affectionate. You know, I only give nicknames to people to the players that I truly care enough about to give a nickname to. It's an honour. DJ Shaq says if Dan had a nickel for every time someone asked that question, he might have the $1 million. Oh, no, not the $1 million. I might have enough to buy 1 second of ad space on Channel 9. Wouldn't that be funny? You're watching Channel 9, State of Origin or something? Maybe not State of Origin, because that's really prime real estate for advertising. But you're watching Channel 9 and you're listening to Billy Slater and Gus Gould, and then suddenly up pops a commercial for the Wasted World of Sports. How funny would that be? I reckon I would get so many messages. Ready for kickoff in this one. Big Micah Sevo. Look at the size of that human being, and look at the size of that human being. Karma Chameleon as PNG get us underway. And the kickoff is allowed to bounce, and it sits up for Micah Sevo very luckily. BG taking risks early. Michelle, ahoy there. A barnstorming run. And we've got time off because I think we might have an issue early on here. We saw one of the PNG players go flying backwards in the hit. And this could be a very early HIA. Yeah, head-on-head contact. And if you're going to have head-on-head contact, might not be the best game to do that for Jack de Belin. Mookie, ahoy, mate. So there we go. Jack de Belin is off for a HIA inside the first 20 seconds. It didn't look too intense, so he probably should pass that HIA. One can't speculate, can they? But if he fails that HIA, that has really rocked PNG early in this contest. It does lead to a talking point. They've really got to consider doing something about that, don't they? As Fiji get the kick away, is that a butterfly floating around in front of the camera? There was some yellow thing flying around in front of the camera there. We got a shot of it. That was interesting. And PNG in possession, bringing it out of their own territory and up towards the 30-meter mark. An intense start to this game as we expected. A HIA early. PNG with the offload. And up towards halfway goes Liam Horn, starting this game over Judah Rimbu. Of course, a tactical change by the PNG coach right before kickoff. Fifth and last now. They're 40 metres out from Fiji's line. The kick is not contestable. It's taken by Sevo at the back. And Sevo turns his back into the defence and brings it up to the 10-metre line. Fiji, a chance now for them to assert some forward dominance. Bring it out of territory. Kurt O'Donoghue, says DJ Shaq. The number 7 for Fiji plays for the Dolphins. Quite a few NRL representatives in this game, which is fantastic because it means I might know a few players, which is always good. It's always helpful when the streamer / caller of the game actually knows at least some of the players. I was a little bit concerned, I've got to be honest. A little bit concerned as Fiji now take the fifth and last. The kick from inside the 40 will be taken on the full at the back. And who's got it there? Robert Derby's got it. Game of Mel. Ahoy there. Blink, the game's up and running already. 2.5 minutes old. Well, 3 minutes now. 3 minutes old. PNG in possession. Up towards the halfway line they go. Roltinga will take tackle 2. Sloppy play the ball. Gets away with it. Which is good because it would have been a very pedantic call. Through the hands, they go out wide to the right. Roderick Tai is hit hard by Jennings, old Snow White. The kick goes high, down for Sivo again. Sivo, no, it's Taruva over there. Sivo didn't drop back. And it's Sonny Taruva. Comes away with it for Fiji. And this stalemate continues early in the contest. Big defense there by PNG. Jack de Belin is still out there. Okay. I thought he was sent off for a HIA. He looked like he was in La La Land after head contact. And I thought he had been sent off for a HIA. Well, there you go. Jack de Belin's still out there. Good news for PNG as Kikau sends it on for Jennings. Jennings fires a no-look pass back in field. And it's been taken by Jaws. And Jaws has it. PNG back in possession. 40 metres out. An early mistake there from Fiji, pushing the pass. And of course it was Jennings. PNG can go on the attack now. McDonald straightens, beats one, almost. Gets the offload back for Mathias. Mathias goes to ground inside the 10. 4.5 gone, tackle 4. PNG looking to strike first. De Belin, on it goes to Labour, back inside to Tai. Looks to offload and does successfully. Here's Horn. Horn dummies. Fights his way to the line and he's driven backwards in great goal line defence. Try-saving goal line defence. Fifth and last. And Valentine Richard, drives over the line, but he's held up by 3 Fiji defenders. What a start to this match. We'll come back to the 10-metre line for a handover. And Fiji will have to play the ball, but what a start. PNG looking threatening. 5.5 minutes gone, no score. From dummy half, a good dart there. As Fiji go up towards the 40-metre line, and now beyond, well and truly beyond, as Kamikamica stands in the tackle, goes over halfway. He's lifted and dumped, risking a penalty there. But it's Fiji through kick out, fifth and last. 40 metres out from the PNG line. Forward pass from dummy half. The forward pass from Tagitiomua. Throws a forward pass there to O'Donoghue. Yes, it is slightly forward, but you don't see those. You don't see those called all the time. Sometimes they get away with them. Not on this occasion, though. And PNG with some great field position, but this is solid defense. Nakama driving McDonald backwards, but they're back into Fiji territory here. A set restart, was it? Did I just see the referee signal a set restart? Hasn't updated on the Channel 9 scorecard yet. Fifth and last now for PNG. Still on the attack. 7 minutes gone. 25 metres out. Oh, it's tackle 4. Now it's the fifth and last. Valentine Richard. Big leg drive. They're 15 out. to Belin. On it goes to Labour. There was a 6 again. I thought I saw it. They just haven't updated it on Channel 9. The slackers. I was certain I saw the referee signalling a set restart as Matthias tries to put on some fancy footwork. And now they've signalled the 6 again. Did they get another one? Matthias has got it. Runs back towards the post. Solid defence again from Fiji. They did get another set restart here. Oh, PNG, surely they must score here. Numbers out wide to the right. The pass is well scooped up by Derby, right off the ankles. But now they go way too close to the sideline, and Viliame Kikau will come away with the loose ball into touch, says the referee anyway. Oh, if the pass was more crisp, they would have scored there, and it would have been an early tick off the multi. Honestly, it was on there for PNG. They had about a 4-on-1 overlap to the right. They went for the glory straight away rather than putting it through the hands. And the pass just didn't find the mark. Excellent defense, as DJ Shaq brings up as well. Excellent defense. Fantastic defense as well. But I get the feeling as a half a break is made here from Navale. Quick play the ball. Oh, here comes Taruva straight up the middle. Taruva nearly goes through. Fifth and last. They're 30 metres out. PNG are retreating. O'Donoghue runs it to the line. What a hit by Labert. I guess you could say that Kyle Labert laid him on his butt. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. AJWR, PNG bandwagon. Let's go. I'm loving the fact that this is a grand final intensity, this match. 9.5 minutes gone, no score. The defense from both sides has been immaculate. PNG back in possession. Up over halfway they go as Horn sends it on out to the left. And up over halfway, standing in the tackle is Martin. Martin plays it. De Belin, inside ball for Richard. Fifth and last now for PNG. 10 minutes gone, 30 metres out. Lockie Lamb puts the kick up. Under it is Valamai. And Valamai puts a step on. Almost ghosts his way through. But 10 metres out from his own line will play the ball. I'm still standing by Kamikamica, first try scorer. Fiji finding it tough going at the moment, though. Oh, and a big hit on Kamikamica. He has been rocked backwards. I mean, rocked backwards. That was a massive hit by Kyle Labert. Fifth and last now. The kick will have to come from inside the 40. O'Donoghue gets a good angle on it. It goes towards the line. Was he inside the 40? Kurt O'Donoghue has come up with a huge kick. Was he inside the 40? It looks like it. PNG are retreating to the goal line. Raman Warner, ahoy there. Let's go, indeed. Kurt Donoghue. Comes up with the 40-20, a huge play. And that has turned this all around for Fiji. A set restart for what that's worth on play one. Rodney Rapa, ahoy mate, in the chat room there. They're 5 metres out. Fiji are suddenly on the attack, a 40-20, as DJ Shaq says, an absolute game changer. Here's Kikau. Kikau tries to step, but he's wrapped up and brought down 10 metres out on play three. lined up to the right here, but they turn it back inside. Kamikamica, my first try scorer prediction. He's brought down a couple metres out, and from dummy half, Tagatuimoa goes close. Very close. Fifth and last. It comes right. Taruva puts a shocking kick in, and that is why Taruva doesn't kick for the Penrith Panthers. I mean, ultimately, it's because he's out on the wing when he played for the Panthers, so he doesn't really see the ball on the fifth and last unless they're having a run, but he gives away a 7-tackle set. Dead set, shocker of a kick, that one, Sonny Taruva. And PNG can march back upfield. Were they offside there, the Fijians? No, says the referee. Up over halfway. Mathias, I believe that is. I didn't get a good look at the number. Robert Mathias. No, it's definitely not him. A much bigger man. Short pass off the hip to Martin. Martin almost goes through a gap. It's called forward. The referee has called it forward. Boy, they are strict on these forward passes tonight. Where was this in 2023 in the finals when the Broncos were playing the Warriors? There was no strictness on forward passes that night. Well, we don't have a great camera angle, to be honest, but it looked fine from what I'm seeing. A very, very strict call, that one. Scrum down for Fiji. Jennings, old Snow White, not making any impact into the defensive line. Flat pass from dummy half again. Pushing the boundaries here, Fiji. And again, a flat pass from dummy half to Kamikamica, who takes it up over halfway. 14 and a half minutes gone, no score. Brilliant game so far. Fiji take it inside the 40. On play 4. Donahue runs to the line. Pops it up for Nakabuai. And Nakabuai takes the fifth and last. They stay on the short side. Donahue runs, chips over the top, looking for the bounce. Jennings gets a toe on, and it's over the end goal line. And it's another 7-tackle set now for PNG. Back-to-back 7-tackle sets for Papua New Guinea. Another opportunity to get themselves upfield. So for those who might just be tuning in, of course, the big news story around the rugby league world at the moment is Ezra Mam, involved in a car crash, failed a roadside drug test, and was also found to be unlicensed while he was driving. As PNG now spread it wide, out to the left, Roltinga beats one, but he trips in the tackle. Well defended again from Fiji, as Lockie Lamb is almost lifted beyond the horizontal. Dangerous stuff there. Play 4. They're 15 metres out. Horn organising the troops, calling for an inside runner. They end up going outside now, down to the right. Ty puts the kick through, taken in the end goal by Sonny Taruva, who was perfectly positioned. And Taruva brings it back for the tap, gives it to Viliame, and Valame's away upfield. Fiji on the 0 tackle, get a penalty for a high shot. It's a high tackle penalty, and Fiji can pump this ball upfield. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mate. You're not with Jakayla anymore. Sorry to hear that, mate. I mean, unless, of course, this is all for the best. If this is a good thing, I'm very happy to hear it. If this is not a good thing, very sorry to hear it. But c'est la vie, mate. C'est la vie, mate. I mean, such is life. People get together, they break up all the time. And at least you know, like, this might be a terrible consolation for you, mate, but at least you know. At least you know, at least you found out. A lot of people never find out. And a lot of people continue on in a relationship that they think that You know what I'm saying? It's good that you found out. It's great that you've moved on. It's fantastic that you've found somebody new. Cheers. As Kikau now pops the pass up and it's been intercepted. And PNG are away. The first try scorer is incoming and it's Robert Derby. Robert Derby's away. First try scorer, PNG. Robert Derby scores. It's a tick off the multi as well. On top of that, Viliame Kikau pushing the pass. And PNG, much like Australia last night, the first try is from an intercept. Robert Derby races away upfield. Shout out to Liam Foster. First try scorer, Robert Derby, a tick off the multi. Let's go. PNG lead 4 points to 0. The conversion to come from out wide. Hats off to Kevin Nakama. Kevin Nakama with the chase. Winger on 5/8. Impressive effort by Robert Derby to go the distance, score the runaway try, but honestly, hats off to Kevin Nakama, a 5/8, keeping up with the winger there, pushing him to the very brink. Pelt Mayong Trading, ahoy there from PNG, and I thank you for streaming live. And I thank you for joining us live. As PNG have scored the try to put themselves into the lead, 19 minutes gone. Reese Martin. Jesus, what year is this? What bloody year is this? We've got a second rower taking shots at goal. I feel like we've just morphed back into the 80s. Reese Martin moves in, he strikes it well, but it hooks off to the right. And it remains 4 points to 0. What bloody year is this? Honestly, when is the last time that you saw a second rower taking shots at goal? Reese Martin is quite a good kicker, Dan. I guess he didn't have his best ever attempt. Right when you posted that. Michelle says, bent it further than Beckham. That was actually a good movie, that one. I didn't mind it, quite honestly. Bend it like Beckham. I mean, considering it was about soccer. Fiji get us back underway. Fullback for PNG is Nene McDonald. Pelt. D-Funk, ahoy there, mate. Craig Fitzgibbon was the last that you remember. Well, I remember it was quite a frequent thing back in the day. It was very frequent. From dummy half. PNG go back up over halfway. Judah Rimba is on, so there you go. Tactically, this is what we were talking about. Little Judah Rimba is on. Now they put the kick in. It's too heavy. Oh, Mike Acevo, the great big goof, has made a complete tit of it in the in goal. And he's dropped it backwards and over the dead ball line. Mike Acevo has gone and goofed and presented PNG with a golden opportunity here. All he had to do was catch it, and it's a 7-tackle set, and he trips over his own big goofy feet. And it's a goal line restart here. Taruva doesn't go short, doesn't go long, just sort of pumps it into no man's land. And PNG have possession. This game is on channel in Brisbane or in Queensland. Channel 9 Gem In New South Wales, apparently it's on regular Channel 9. Lamb runs across field, links up. They've got numbers to the left, PNG. But Mene McDonald does not pass the ball. And he drops it in contact. Well, we've gone from Sivo goofing up with the kick to PNG goofing up with the play. An unmarked player outside him. And Nene McDonald decides to take it into contact. Dear, oh dear. Oh, they can feel that one. The crowd. They feel that one. That was a prime opportunity for some more points for the Kumuls. Fiji off the hook. Still trailing by 4, of course. Big run here from Kamikamica up to the halfway line. Leading from the front, the captain. And now Taruva with the hit up on the 5th and last. Great run. Staying on that far side. Donahue puts the kick up. This will be contestable. Not a lot of distance. Everyone lets it bounce. And it sits up for PNG at the back. Threat averted. Ty runs across field. Stands in the tackle. Jennings holds on to him. 22 minutes gone. Big hit there from Jennings and Kamikamica. But 22 minutes gone. PNG leading 4-0. The runaway try as Wonga Blake goes for the one-on-one steal. Unsuccessful. And another big hit, this time from Kamikamica. The captain leading from the front, trying to swing things around here. Labert gets the kick away late, under pressure. It's going to fall in no man's land. And it sits up for Sivo. Sivo winds up those big legs, and it'll be hard to put down now. But he's brought down well, just over halfway. Great field position for Fiji here. Taruva pops it up for Viliame. They can go on the attack down this near edge. Tane Milne, that is. We saw how South's players went last night, didn't we? Let's see how South's players go tonight. Tane Milne in the second row over here on this right-hand edge, this near edge, as Fiji run left to right on screen. Nakabuai takes the 5th and last in front of the posts. 12 out. Donahue out the back to Taruva. Taruva dummies. Gets it back to Donahue, who grubbers through. Donahue's taken out, but it doesn't matter because Jennings dives on the loose ball. Not a PNG defender in sight. And we are all locked up at 4 points all. Fiji have hit back with Snow White, Michael Jennings. 4 all, kick to come. Beautiful interplay here from Donahue to Taruva. Taruva gets on the outside of, well, cuts back on the inside of Roderick Ty. Manages to keep the arms free. And Kyle Labert has done a lot of great work so far tonight, but this was not his best effort. He decided to stay on the ground and shout at the referee, appealing for a penalty rather than getting up and making the tackle, because he would have been there. Well, in fairness, there were still 2 PNG defenders there. And they've taken they've taken Donahue out after the kick anyway. No try! Wow! Okay. So Kyle Labert has stayed on the ground, screaming at the referee, appealing for obstruction, and it has paid dividends. He's won the penalty. He ran the risk of making himself look like a complete tit for not getting up and trying to make the cover tackle. It ends up being a master stroke, and it remains 4 points all. I am at a loss for words at that call. It seemed like a pretty clear defensive read to me. That it was Labert who grasped onto Viliame Kikau as opposed to Kikau running into the defensive line, in my opinion. But anyway, it is what it is. And now PNG barnstorm up over halfway, 30 metres out from Fiji's line. Sylvester Namo goes on a good dart. To the right-hand edge they go. McDonald steps back in field, gets the arms free. Still going McDonald. Pops the pass up for Rimbu. Judah Rimbu scores the try. And PNG have gone from the other end of the field. They've marched all the way up to Fiji's end of the field, and scored the try. Judah Rimbu. Oh, there's going to be a fight in the crowd by the end of this one. You can feel it. The PNG supporters are starting to get a little bit lippy. And Nene McDonald through 1, 2, 3, 4 Fiji defenders. Just some really piss-weak defense. Some paper-thin defense from Fiji on this occasion. Nene McDonald has beaten 4 defenders. Gets the pass away, and Judah Rimbu there in support. A masterstroke from the PNG coach. Because remember, Rimbu was held back. At the last minute, he put Liam Horn in the 14 jersey on its starting hooker. And they took the sting out of the match before they inserted Rimbu. And there he is, the little fella popping up in support for a great try. From right in front, can't make any mistake with this one, surely. And over it goes, Reese Martin. PNG lead this 10 points to 0 with 26 minutes gone. PNG right on top now. A very decisive moment of the game. Wayakram Ernest says, go PNG. Kumuls. Been a brilliant start to this match. I mean, both sides, apart from that defensive lapse, that a clear defensive lapse there from Fiji. But outside of that, this has been a high-quality game from both sides. As Fiji get us back underway. And that's huge contact on Koso Bandi. Returning the kickoff. So this game is in Suva. Stay hunky. Which I believe is in Fiji, if I'm not mistaken. PNG appealing for penalties. 27 minutes gone. They lead 10-0. From dummy half goes Rimbu. Oh, he's injected a lot of pace since he's come on the field. Now he's holding the back of his neck. Plays the ball. Referee wants none of it. Fifth and last. Labert puts the kick up. High. Contestable kick. Fiji let it bounce. And again, this could go anywhere. Sivo. He misses it completely. And Sonny Turuva is there to collect the loose ball. But what a mess that was. Fiji are determined to make their life more difficult than it needs to be by letting those high balls bounce constantly. Why are they doing it to themselves? Staying down this near edge, Fiji. The first try was scored by Robert Derby for PNG, an intercept. Viliame Kikau looked to push the pass. Derby said thank you very much and raced the length of the field to score the opening try. Fifth and last here for Fiji. Inside the 40, Donahue puts it out on the full. Was it touched? No. It's out on the full. And here's a mistake from Fiji, gifting PNG more field position. Donahue, the kick from inside the 40, and it goes about 10 metres out on the full. The Kumuls are going to go straight back on the attack here, 40 metres out from the line. With 12 minutes to go to the halftime break, PNG are certainly finding themselves well on top here. Inside ball for McDonald, almost goes through. Well tackled in the end, and now Lockie Lamb spills it on play one. Tackle one, and Lockie Lamb comes up with the spilt ball. And Wonga Blake's letting him know about it. And they're having a little bit of a shirt grab in back play. Jeffrey Jacob, ahoy there, mate. Jeffrey Jacob watching from PNG. I'll use this opportunity as they scrum down to get myself another drink. Up to halfway now. Go Fiji. Offloads. 1, 2. Jennings bumps off one. Steps around Lamb. Gets the pass away. Fiji now attacking through Viliame down this near edge. Cuts back in field and is brought down on play 3. 25 metres out. They've made some good metres here in the 10 or so seconds that I've been gone. They're suddenly on the attack. Kamikamica tries to find some lazy defenders, but not finding them. 12 metres out from the line. Donahue to Taruva. Taruva out to Jennings. Jennings is well wrapped up by Derby. Fifth and last. Donahue looks inside for Taruva. And Taruva's brought down, and that's a handover. What defence from PNG. All you can do is stand and applaud. This defensive effort from Papua and Ugidi. Impressive. And once again, Fiji were on the attack. Sonny Taruva, premiership winner with the Penrith Panthers, and he couldn't even make a dent in the defence there. They read it well. I'm trying to pour myself a drink with the lid still on. That's going to go well. PNG are right on top here, to say the very least. And they now charge into Fiji territory again. Belin back to Rimbu. Passes it off now for the number 15, Bandy. And Bandy's brought down by Kikau. Fifth and last. They're 40 metres out from Fiji's line. Labert puts the kick high. Sivo's under it. Sivo takes it. And Sivo almost gets away. But he's brought down by Ty. And there you go, Fiji, lesson learnt. Attack the ball in the air, and now Taruva runs across field. And he's brought down by the collar. Half a gap opened up for him. Big defence. The ball spills out. Will it be 6 again? Viliame steps in field. Brought down by Lockie Lamb. No 6 again call, so it was just a loose carry and lost by the Fijian ball carrier. Kamikamica up to halfway. The captain trying valiantly to lead from the front here. Doing a fantastic job. Inside ball for Taruva again. Pops it up now for Lovadua. Lovadua's brought down. 35 metres out. Fifth and last. Donahue kicks high. Oh, it's a shocker. Not a lot of distance. Sivo's under it, takes it, but it made all of 5 metres. Now Jennings gets the second kick away, and that one's a little bit better, but McDonald bumps away from 1, bumps away from 2, and Nene McDonald's away upfield. 1 to beat, and Taruva with the clutch play brings him down by the ankles on halfway. It's still on though for PNG. Mathias stands and offloads. Back for Labert. Labert pops it up now for Derby. Derby's looking for a second. Gets a mega wedgie for his efforts. God, somebody check on his balls after that. And a big run now from Ayu. They're 5 metres out. They go left. Cutting back in field, though, is Lamb. Sends it back right to Labert. Inside ball. Heading back towards the post. Simbican. Now the crossfield kick. Sivo gets there and just shadows it over the dead ball line. You feel like there might have been some better options there. But, oh, God, somebody please check on the... That is the most super mega wedgie I think I've ever seen since my high school days. Fiji will get the 20-meter restart here. 6 minutes to go till the halftime break. And I just feel like Fiji, they've hit the panic button a little bit, and their panic button seems to be give the ball to the premiership winner, Sonny Taruva, and see what happens. Whenever they're on attack, it feels like it's just give the ball to Taruva and let the Panther make some magic. They're very, very bereft of ideas when they get down that end of the field. Credit to the PNG defense for forcing these sorts of issues, though, in fairness. They are back in PNG's territory now. Can they launch some sort of strike? Fifth and last. They stay on the left-hand edge. Donahue dinks it in over the top. Taruva's after it. Taps it back. Play on. Still fifth and last. Jennings gets the second kick. It's going to be too heavy, and it's a 7-tackle set. Again. Failing to capitalize. The defense from PNG must be applauded once more. Stay Hunky says, never heard of these PNG players playing in the NRL. Where are they playing? There's quite a few players from the NRL in the PNG side, but yeah, I know what you mean. Not as many as Fiji, as up over halfway they go. The Kumuls are doing extremely well. Friendly neighborhood call. And another big run. It's tackle 3 from this 7-tackle set, and they are 30 meters out from Fiji's line. A pass off the hip to Martin. Martin goes to ground on play 4. 25 meters out. Namo runs across field. They get a set restart. A set restart. PNG back on the attack now. Clutch moments. Bandy goes close. Just a couple of meters short. Crash ball for Namo. Namo fights his way over and scores. Sylvester Namo. Absolutely nothing was doing there. Sylvester Namo. And that was just a little bit too easy for PNG. There was nothing doing there. It was one-on-one. Sylvester Namo fights his way over. James Ahoy. And yes, Fiji have really fallen off the face of the earth in these past 12 minutes or so. A great start to the game. Fiji were definitely on top physically to start the contest, but PNG have just gone, boom, to a new level. And Fiji have just refused to go with them. There was nothing doing there at all. And Sylvester Namo says, I'll have a crack, thanks. And have a crack he did. Papua New Guinea, 14 points to 0. The conversion to come from right beside the sticks. It will surely be 16 points to 0 at the back of this. And they're loving it. The PNG faithful in the crowd. Absolutely loving it. They're dancing. They're laughing it up. They're having the time of their lives. And Martin puts another one over. 16 points to 0. PNG. Nate Spector says Fiji was in training with the Tongan women's team. Oh God. Well, hey, we were talking about this at the top of the stream about how Fiji have clearly got the better side on paper in terms of names, like superstar name value. But we also said you don't win footy games on paper, and PNG showing us exactly why games are not won on paper. They are not having any of it. Halftime is fast approaching. Fiji, they have not got any points on the board, of course. It's all PNG. Stay Hunky says, what's wrong with training with women? Well, nothing really. It's just you don't get the same level. Look, sorry if this comes across as sexist in 2024 and whatnot, but the reality is you just don't get the same intensity. You don't get the same level. As the inside ball now for Belin almost opens up. Through the hands they go now to the right. Roderick Tai fights his way through, can't get the arms free. And he's brought down as the halftime siren sounds. Fiji's defence holds firm there. $16 to 0 at halftime. Yeah, DJ Shaq, fair enough, mate. I just look at it and go, well, players who can't make a crack of it at NRL level, Matt Moylan, for example, go over to the Super League and become absolute superstars. So you're absolutely right. I don't watch Super League. I will be next year, by the way. Wasted Water Sports will absolutely be covering the Super League next season. But yes, we don't watch it. We don't know anything about it. And so maybe we are basing it just on what we know. But yeah, players from the NRL who suck, Matt Moylan as one example, but there are multiple, go over to the Super League and turn into absolute superstars, don't they? There's actually now highlights packages of Matt Moylan available on YouTube. Matt Moylan was never getting a highlights package from his NRL years. And so it does sort of hint at maybe the standard. Like if a Matt Moylan can go over there and be a superstar, then it suggests to me that the standard of play is obviously not as good. So therefore, if you don't make it in the NRL, you're not necessarily a superstar. But, yeah, as you suggest, of course, DJ Shaq, these Super League PNG boys are putting the Fiji and NRL boys to the sword, aren't they, at the moment? Vobsy, ahoy, mate. Yeah, we'll see, James. We'll see. Williams, watching from the land of the unexpected. PNG. Well, case in point, DJ Shaq. 100% case in point. Bevan French has gone to the Super League and is an absolute superstar. So much so that the CEO from Wigan is got the Bevan French fever and suggests for 1 second that Nathan Cleary wouldn't make it into the Wigan squad. Which is insanity. But yeah, case in point. A completely different standard of play. Also rans in the NRL just become superstars in the Super League. Crazy. Rollins Calvale, your PNG and watching from China. Very nice. Very cool. Leo Francis Royka, ahoy, mate. How are you, sir? Oops. Well, we were talking about Ezra Mam at the top of the stream. Ezra. For those of you who didn't join us at the top of the stream, Ezra Mam was about 20 minutes away from being the saviour of the Brisbane Broncos last year with an almost premiership winning performance. Well, he's not the saviour. He's a very naughty boy. Ezra Mam has been done a roadside drug test, failed, a car accident he's been involved in. And it's also come out most recently, about 11 minutes before kickoff in this game, it came out that he was also unlicensed at the time. The Broncos have gone straight to the NRL Integrity Unit, and they've let them know about it. But yes, Ezra, naughty boy. We've seen this happen, haven't we? Obviously, the most recent has been the Fox, Josh Adokar. The difference is, I think, with the Fox, I think Fox was looking to leave the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs were also looking to move him along. I'm not suggesting that he did it on purpose to get a release, but he did present a silver platter reason for the Bulldogs to move him along. Ezra Mam, on the other hand, I don't think for 1 second the Broncos are looking to move Ezra along, although this situation could actually work out all right for the Broncos because Ben Hunt is looking to get out of the Dragons. Ben Hunt, the whispers have turned into screams that Ben Hunt is unhappy at the Dragons and he wants gone. It's also been whispered that Ben Hunt is very keen to return to Queensland. The Titans have ruled themselves out of the race. They've said, no, we don't have the salary cap space. I don't know about the Dolphins. The Dolphins probably don't need a Ben Hunt. The Cowboys, maybe. The Cowboys are potentially in line for a Ben Hunt. Chad's gone to the Roosters. There is a space available at halfback there, but I'm sure the Cowboys have some youngsters coming through since they've allowed Chad to move on. Is there a Ben Hunt homecoming back to the Broncos out of all of this? He wants to return to Queensland, apparently. Ezra Mam has presented a golden opportunity for the Broncos to tear up his contract. We're still waiting for details to emerge. Full details to emerge. But at this particular point in time, you've got to look at it. Okay, he had a car accident, failed a roadside drug test, and was driving unlicensed at the time. So we'll see. If the Broncos are looking to free up some salary cap space, they've just been presented a glorious opportunity to move a very, very overpaid player on. And it's not his first incident in the off-season as well, of course. Now, obviously, the other incident, I think, was just ludicrous. The whole incident with him and Reece Walsh over in Bali with the fan who tried to take a picture of them and they smashed his phone up. I mean, look, you don't go and smash somebody's phone up. You don't take their phone off them and just because they took photos of you, right? But it's a little Yeah, I don't think there was really anything in that. They were just hanging out in Bali trying to have a good time, and somebody snapped a photo of it. So, yeah, whatever. I don't necessarily see an issue with that, but it is an off-field issue. It's an off-field issue. We've now got another one to add to it. And that's the difference, really, DJ Shaq. Is obviously there are other circumstances, but we're talking about this particular circumstance right now. And Ezra's getting a rap sheet. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. This particular example, Ezra is really making a name for himself for all the wrong reasons. And if they do want to move him along, he's presented them an opportunity, and they could make a play at Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt back at the Broncos. Huh? How crazy would that be? That'd be insane, in my opinion. But we'll see. There's still a lot of details to emerge. Who knows? Daniel Tupou on TikTok says, "We'll take Ben Hunt. He'll replace my boy Kez. Nothing will replace him, though." Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I didn't really think of that. I thought of Ben Hunt coming in and replacing, what's his face? Who was I just talking about? Ezra Mam. Coming in and replacing Ezra Mam. But yeah, there's an interesting one. Maybe Ben Hunt comes in and replaces Billy Walters. Because, you know, Billy Walters is on life support at the Broncos now that Kevy's gone. The only reason Billy Walters, I mean, God bless him, I'm sure he tried hard, but we all know that the only reason Billy Walters was the starting hooker was because Kevy was the coach, Dad was the coach. Maybe Ben Hunt comes in, plays hooker. Anyway. No, I don't think he will either, DJ Shaq. In all honesty, I think it's been reported to the integrity unit. There's absolutely no sign whatsoever that the Broncos are looking to move him on, so they'll be trying their best to keep him, I'm pretty sure. I don't think the Broncos are looking to get rid of him. So I do think he will get the Trindle treatment. In terms of the Broncos will support Ezra Mam, whether that's some form of rehab during the off-season or what. And I guess we wait for the secondary result as well, in fairness. He failed a roadside drug test. We're still waiting for that second test, just like with the Fox. So until we know the result of that second test, it's all pure speculation. But at the end of the day, I absolutely agree. I don't think that they're looking to move Ezra Mam on. It'll go to the NRL integrity unit. Here's the deal. Here's all the previous encounters of everything that's going on. Here's all the precedents. And look, we're going to look after him. We're going to take care of him. And I don't think anything will really become of it unless he goes on and fails that second test, of course. It all comes down to that second test, really, I suppose, ultimately. Speaking of Hopawades, how good was it last night seeing old Fingers Hopawade in the crowd? They cut to a shot of John Hopawade in the stands, and his first reaction to the camera was, "Cheeky bugger. I love it. I'll drink to that." Oh, Fingers Hopawade. Anyway, half-time here in this match, 16-0. The Kumuls over Fiji. Fantastic start. I cannot fault them. I really can't. Defensively, they've been immense. On attack, they've been immense. And Fiji just ran out of gas. Ultimately, they had a great start to the match, did Fiji, but yeah, they just ran out of gas. Hang on, let's see if this is working. Well, that's better than nothing, I suppose. Try scorers. it's one-way traffic at the moment. The try scorers in this game, Derby, Rimbu, Namo. 16th minute, I believe that is, or 18th minute, 25th minute, and the 37th minute. And Martin with 2 conversions. That's all the point scoring. Zero for Fiji. Nothing to see here on the Fiji score sheet. $3,695 subscribers on YouTube. Are we going to get to 3,700 by the end of this stream? It's only 5 more. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button and you're joining us and you're liking what you see or hear, do feel free to hit that subscribe button. Can we hit 3,700 by the end of this stream? 40 minutes to go. That is our goal. 5 more. Can we make it happen? Teams coming back out onto the field for the second half. And what has been an engaging contest so far. PNG defying the odds. Defying the bookies. Defying me. And winning this game quite comfortably at the moment. 1 tick off the multi. We need a big second half from Fiji for the multi. This multi is paying out $400 if it pays off as well. So we kind of want that to happen. Second half about to get underway. Kickoff by Donahue as Fiji get us restarted. PNG with first use of the ball. What a statement it could be for PNG. Oh, big defense, though, from Fiji. Yes, they are storming out of the gates here in the second half, as you would probably, hope / expect. Jesus H. Christ. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Truly, thank you. Because without you, the subscribers, us people here on YouTube, obviously, is bloody nothing. So, I wondered if we were going to hit the 3,700 mark by the end of the stream. 3,705. Thank you very much for those of you who hit the subscribe button, and we just jumped up by bloody 12 now. Maybe I should do that more often, god damn it. Thank you very much. No, truly, thank you, each and every one of you, for subscribing here on the Waste of Water Sports as PNG earn a penalty for a high shot. And what a start to the second half it's been. It's been a shark, ahoy, mate. From PNG. Nice. Cheers. Smells like something's on fire in here. I'm a little bit concerned about that because there's a lot of electrical equipment, right? So when you smell fire, smoke. Yeah, honestly, when you're in a room with like a ton of electrical equipment and you smell smoke, it does become a little bit concerning. All right, we'll keep a nose out on what's going on there as PNG go on the attack, 10 meters out from Fiji's line. 5 meters short. To the left-hand edge they go. To Belin, dummies. Rimbu inside ball. Pass goes out to nobody, but it sits up well. Cut out ball now for Derby. Derby steps back in field, runs behind his own man, and has to surrender in the tackle. Fifth and last, Labert, crossfield kick, tapped back by PNG. Forward, and Fiji have defended this well, and they'll take the ball. 10 meters out from their own line. Fiji have survived that first attacking raid. Nidu Moses, let's go PNG. $100. Keeping it 100 with Conan and the Disco Inferno. Oh, no, wait, that's a different show. Sarah Driso, dude, what's the point? Don't know, it depends what you're asking me. What's the point of what? 40 metres out from their own line now. Donahue kicks early on tackle 4, looking to get it in behind Roltinga, who dives backwards and takes the ball. What a brilliant kick defusal from Roltinga. Fantastic work, and PNG are back in possession. Try scorers for PNG. Derby, Rimbu, and Namo. Sylvester Namo with a great individual effort right on the stroke of half-time. Alex Johnston is injured, yes. He was ruled out for the season for the Bunnies and unavailable. Taki Feeney. I hope I said that right. Ahoy there. Fifth and last, the kick down to Sivo, who takes it well under a lot of pressure. Sivo. That's his best take of the night, and now Fiji get a penalty inside the 10 metres. A relieving penalty for Fiji. They are just holding on by a thread, Fiji. They look absolutely cooked. They are just hanging on by a thread here. Creek Fresh 12, ahoy there. All the way from Los Angeles, eh? Nice. First try, Patrick, was Derby. Robert Derby scored a runaway intercept try. Five minutes gone in the second half. Fiji now take it up over halfway. Tane Milne will surrender in the tackle. 40 metres out from PNG's line. Taruva goes in at first receiver. Now that's interesting. Taruva in at first receiver. Is Donahue now at the back to Taruva again. Looks to basketball the pass over as he's wrapped up well by Ty. They stay on the short side now. Jennings finds some space. And Snow White cuts back in field. They're 15 metres out now. Fifth and last. Donahue with the crossfield kick. And it's lost forward by PNG. Or was it touched by Fiji? High fives all around for Fiji. So it looks like it was lost forward by the Kumuls. And the Fijians have got a golden opportunity here. 10 metres out from PNG's line. Look at the goddamn size of this man. Jordan Miller. What a huge human being. 5 metres out from the line. Is that Lyrics on TikTok? Lyrics from YouTube. Is that you on TikTok right now? Donahue. Out to the right they go. 6 again. Inside the 10 metres. Fiji on the attack. Looking to strike first here in the second half. Inside ball to that gigantor of a human being. Miller can't get the arms free. 6 more tackles again. Donahue steps back towards the posts. From dummy half, a pick and go. Fiji are over the line, but held up. Tane Milne there fights his way over. They'll have to go back and play it. Back to the 10-metre line. Play 2. They go left. Navale into contact. Couple of metres short. Opportunity still there for Fiji. Numbers to the right. Miller goes on his own. What a gigantic man. From dummy half, it almost opens up. Firing the pass out now. Cut out ball. Hits the chest perfectly of Semi Viliame. And Viliame scores a crucial try for Fiji. They needed to be the first to score in the second half, and they have done just that. Fiji with the first points of the second half. A beautiful pass from Kevin Nakama right onto the chest of Viliame, and he scores in the corner. Beautiful work. They're back in it. $16 to 4. The conversion come from out wide. I mean, way out wide. It's literally on the sideline. Patrick Corsi. Ahoy there, and welcome along from the Madang province, PNG. Cheers. I love that Papua New Guinea are playing this game and putting on such a performance. When Papua New Guinea, honestly, here's an interesting stat. I'm going to tell you exactly what this stat is as the conversion is getting lined up here for Fiji from out wide. Here is an interesting audience statistic about the wasted world of sports. I'm going to go to audience geography, and I'm going to put in the last, let's say the last year, the last 12 months on the wasted world of sports. Geography, where would you think as this conversion hits the upright and bounces away? It was so close. Hits the upright, bounces away, remains $16 to 4. Over the last 12 months here on the wasted world of sports, an Australian channel, by the way, that covers the NRL, Australian Rugby League Premiership, primarily. We do other stuff as well, but primarily that. Where do you think majority of our subscribers come from? If you said Australia, you'd be wrong. Over the past 12 months, 39.1% of our Wasted World of Sports subscribers have been from Papua New Guinea. 23.9% from Australia. So, I mean, God bless you, PNG. A very passionate rugby league loving community. So much passion for rugby league from PNG that here is an Australian YouTube channel covering NRL with a majority of people from PNG. What slander? I said he put a perfect pass. I'm starting to think I'm overreacting, and Vopsy was not having a go at me there. Because I'm thinking to myself, what slander? I said he threw a perfect pass out to Viliame. Hit the chest. Yeah, he's obviously not talking to me. PNG back in possession now. 50 minutes gone. To the far edge they go. McDonald, who had a strong first half. Nene McDonald was probably the best on field for the Kumuls in the first half. They've wrapped him up well on this occasion. And now, Ila Alu takes the fifth and last. Lamb from inside the 40 finds the turf. It sits up for Taruva at the back, though. And Taruva putting in a good showing at fullback, must be said. For somebody who doesn't regularly play at fullback, he was always on the wing for the Panthers. Sevo charges into contact, probably not as intensely. Oh, thank you very much for the rose there as well, by the way. 89's music on TikTok. Here's Snow White, runs it to the line, pops the pass off the hip, and it almost opens up for Fiji. Yes, they are on fire here in the second half indeed. Donahue runs it to the line, steps back in field. Donahue had the arms free but does not offload. Cheers again for another rose there, 89's music. Jennings onto Kikau. Kikau offloads and it's intercepted by Derby again. And Robert Derby racing away upfield. One to beat. Steps back in field. Steps back to the outside. He's got support in field from Nene McDonald. And PNG will score another Runaway try. Robert Derby scored it on his own last time. He's passed it this time to the support player, but another length of the field intercept try for PNG. And again, it was a Kikau push pass. Second time tonight, Kikau pushing the pass out. It's been intercepted. Robert Derby is reading Kikau like a goddamn book. 20 points to 4. PNG, beautiful work here by Derby as well, standing up Novale. Back in field to McDonald, who dives and plants it down. Dives unnecessarily, by the way. An unnecessary dive. But, geez, that's something that they can talk about in the sheds after the fact. PNG are in again, perfectly summed up by Robert Derby. Accepting this pass with open arms again. Viliame Kikau is having a dead set shocker. Honestly, this might be the worst game I've ever seen Viliame Kikau play. The try scorer for Fiji was Semi Valiame. I appreciate that, DJ Shaq, but I'm also suggesting that it's a little unnecessary. If he loses that ball in the act of diving, if you dive when somebody's chasing you down and almost grabbing you by the ankles, if you dive to score the try and lose the ball, fair enough. Because you're under pressure from the chasers. When you dive unnecessarily, you run the risk of... It's like the one-handed put-down. I can't... From a coaching perspective, if I see a player with a one-handed put-down, I just... An unnecessary dive is in the same... it's in the same range as a one-handed put-down. It's just like, oh, God, just put the ball down properly with two. You're under no pressure, mate. Just put it down with two hands. No unnecessary bollocks. Please. I get that they don't care, but what I'm saying as a coach, we'd be having a chat in the sheds after the fact, is what I'm saying. That's the only point I'm trying to bring up, DJ Shaq. If I'm the coach, we are having chats after the game in the sheds. AJWR says Kikau is still groggy from Mad Monday. PNG now keeping the ball alive from the kickoff. Tackle 4 up over halfway. Great field position. Sometimes they miss the try indeed. 89's music. Through the hands now and an overlap for PNG. Space again for Derby, who cuts back in field. 20 metres out now. He goes for the line, Derby, looking for a second. And a try-saving tackle from Suddy Taruva. It's still on, though. Fifth and last, and Rimbu goes on his own. And it will be a handover, a metre out. Oh, I feel like there were numbers to burn there for PNG out to the left. Rimbu decided to go on his own. And it's well defended in the end from Fiji. But where are they? Loose pop-out pass out the back. Sits up in the end goal. And very lucky to get this back into the field of play. Fiji. And a very relieving penalty now on top of it. Oh, they were under the pump there. Lucky to get away with this. There's actually a really fantastic clip on YouTube of, I believe it's Japan Rugby Sevens. Japan Rugby Sevens. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what to look for if I can find it. It is, if you were the Japanese coach, you would be furious. But yeah, let's see, Japan Rugby Dive Try. Yeah, okay. Search for Francis Gonzalez is the channel. Japan Rugby Sevens embarrassing bombed try. And this, if you search that up, honestly, search that up, because this is what I'm referencing when I just cringe every time somebody dives unnecessarily. Japan Rugby Sevens embarrassing bombed try is what you need to look at. And I'd be having chats to old mate in the sheds, and I'd be showing him this clip on YouTube. And I'd say, mate, this is why you don't dive. As Fiji now keep the ball alive. Viliame cuts back in field. 57 minutes gone, 22 points to 4. Fifth and last, 20 metres out. Taruva in at first receiver. Grubber kicks in behind the line, and it's well collected by Simbakin at the back for PNG. I'm noticing that Taruva, the West Tigers bound Sonny Taruva, is inserting himself into first receiver a lot tonight. It's an interesting decision. Ollie is the best. Your girlfriend Jasmine says ahoy. Ahoy, Jasmine. Jasmine is a very nice name, by the way. Do you realize, Ollie, Jasmine is the name of a princess? PNG get the kick away and fighting for the ball. At the back is Viliame. Has to dive to keep it in field. Lamb gets a toe to it, and it does not sit up for Reese Martin, who knocks the ball on. The try was beckoning. Viliame had to keep the ball in field. The 40-20 was on. And that was just a comedy of errors at the end. Lost forward by Reese Martin at the end of that, but geez. Gary says, go the Kumuls. Scrum down for Fiji. Sivo as well. Wrapped up. Who do I think is a cheeky monkey? Jonathan Jacob Reed or your girlfriend Jasmine? Oh, definitely Reed. Yeah. Oh, that's a huge hit. The Fijian ball runner there has been rocked backwards. Was it Keg King? Kick out now. Gets the ball. Beats Labour, but he's brought down by Simickin. And PNG, there's McDonald securing the ball inside his own 10-metre line. Bring that back to the 15 and surrendering. I feel like we've had conversations in the past, Ollie, and that's leading me to think that it's Reed. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, there you go. That would have been my second guess. Definitely my second guess would have been Jonathan. PNG now back up to the 40-metre line. 59 minutes gone, leading this game by 3 converted tries. They've very much got it in control. Lamb puts the kick in over the top, finds the grass. It sits up, though, for Taruva. And Taruva collects the ball. 10 metres out. And a penalty to Fiji. High contact. Well, okay, I've got to be honest. I didn't see the high contact anywhere in amongst all that. The penalty has been given, though. And Fiji, there's still time. Well, yeah, look, there's still time. 18 points, 3 converted tries, 20 minutes to go. I mean, you would hope for my sake that the 3 that they score would be from my multi-try scorers. We got the PNG try scorers all good. Having a little bit of a problem with the Fiji try scorers, though, aren't we? Having a big problem with the Fijian try scorers. In that they're not really scoring any. They are in possession, though, with 20 minutes to go. A quarter of this game remaining. Fiji. Up towards halfway they go. Just shy of the halfway line. Quick play the ball. And that's a good charge. Jake Ponchi, ahoy, mate. Miller beats one. Fends off another. Miller still going. Oh, he's a huge human being. Who is this kid? 20 metres out from the line now. Donahue runs it to the line. Out the back it goes to Nakama. Nakama onto Blake. Blake steps back in field and is tackled fifth and last inside the 10-metre line of PNG. Donahue grubbers in behind the line, and it's well collected again by Simbican, saving the day. Jeremiah Simbican take a bow. Another loose ball in behind the line, and it's been collected by the number 12 for PNG. Not for the first time tonight. He's been there to clean up on multiple occasions. I mean, honestly, he's done really well. And the thing is, when it comes to declaring a man of the match, a player like Simbican will go largely unnoticed, I'm sure, as PNG now get the kick away. Taken on the fall by Sivo at the back. Sivo, he only knows one way, Micah Sivo. Charging forward into the defence. Brings it up to the 40-metre line. Jennings onto Taruva. Taruva sends it on to Nakama. Nakama goes to ground just short of halfway. From dummy half, Viliame, I believe that is, takes it to the PNG 40-metre line. Fiji, they're not giving up, and nor should they. Of course, nor should they. Miller. Bang. Straight into contact. Bumps off the first, but they come back at him, and three-man tackle brings him down. Fifth and last. They're 20 metres out. Donahue chips over the top, looking for the bounce, and it sits up in the end goal, and it beats everybody, does it? Donahue does not look excited. Taruva and Viliame there, I think it is. They look more excited than Donahue does. It's gone up as no try. It was sort of sitting up right on the dead ball line. So if he has grounded it here, Donahue, it's potentially straight down on the dead ball line. He doesn't seem enthusiastic at all, Donahue. So that would suggest this would be a no try. He's got a little bit of a bump there from Reese Martin. McDonald is shadowing the ball there with Roltinga. Donahue comes through and dives at it. He gets a touch on it. And he's got his arm on the dead ball line anyway. Donahue. So close yet so far, but do we have a look at this bump from Reese Martin? If we're being consistent with the calls here, are we going to have a little look here at... Oh, well, he's grounded it, Donahue, but yes, he did have that left elbow on the dead ball line. So it will be no try, but given the fact that he got so close to scoring this try, he is millimetres from scoring this try. He got that little bump off from the defender. I feel like we need to look at that. It's obviously going to be no try, but do we come back for a penalty? No, we don't. PNG get the ball. Kikau with some big defence. PNG very bunched up here in attack. Oh, geez, I'm surprised by that. Honestly, there was just a little... Here's the irony of that situation. Donahue has continued to run through on his line and attack the ball. If Donahue takes a dive there, he gets a penalty. That's the irony of that situation. We as a sport, rugby league as a sport, are encouraging players taking soccer dives. Because if Donahue dives there, Fiji get a penalty. I think we can all agree with that. The fact that he decided to push on and play on, the bunker's gone, well, he wasn't impeded, clearly. He nearly scored a try. Whereas I look at it and go, he nearly scored a try. He was illegally bumped off the ball slightly by Reese Martin. If he doesn't get that bump, perhaps he does score the try. So we are actually encouraging players taking dives, which I think is wrong. As Fiji now come up with a big mistake on the halfway line. The ball has been spilt. And PNG will be back in possession. The drop ball there from Keg King. Oh, no. What's he doing there? One out from the ruck. Took his eyes off the ball. Had a cheeky look up at the defensive line, perhaps. And Keg King spills it cold. PNG will have the ball on halfway. 64 minutes gone. 22 points to 4. It's all PNG. Bobsy says if he played for Souths, he would have gone down like a sack of potato. DJ Shaq, Nakama did throw that lovely cutout pass right onto the chest of Viliame for Fiji's only try. In fairness, short pass from Lamb, slightly forward. I would have thought it's been knocked on now by Nana McDonald anyway. So Fiji off the hook here. Jake Ponchi says, Dan, can you and maybe Michelle make a stream of the rumours and transfers in the NRL? I'm thinking I won't go too much into it, Jake Ponchi, obviously, because there's a game to call as Fiji take this scrum down. But I have been thinking about doing more frequent shorts, or not necessarily YouTube shorts, but maybe just a 5 or 10 minute pre-recorded video of such information. Not necessarily a live stream. I can't imagine that there'd really be, unless we did it weekly. As PG now pass it along to the left. Sivo into a little bit of space. The cutout pass from Kikau. And that's the first time we've really seen Micah Sivo in open space. I don't think there's necessarily enough news to make it a regular streaming thing. So, but I have seriously considered doing videos on the channel for it, for exactly that thing, Jake. So I don't know. What do you reckon? I mean, you've obviously asked for live streams, but I mean, would some regular short videos with opinions as this one is plucked out of the air and McDonald is racing away? No, it's not McDonald. It's Alick Wink. It's Jaw, the guy that I don't know how to say. Jacob Alick Wink. I call him Jaw. Through the hands now. PNG have got a 2-on-1. Oh, but Matthias doesn't give it. PNG looking to put this game to bed now. 20 metres out from the line. Lamb onto Richard. Valentine Richard goes forward into contact. Tackle 3. De Belin. He only knows one way. De Belin. Now he offloads to Labert. Labert brought to ground. 5 metres out from the line. PNG. Rimbu scoops it up with one arm. Fires it back in front of the post to Valentine. Valentine fights his way to the line. 5th and last. They're a metre short. And up quickly of Fiji. Too quickly, I would have thought. De Belin puts the kick through. Was this played at? It's touched and played at. It's 6 more tackles for the Kumuls. Lockie Lamb collects it and just sets things up 20 metres out from the try line. PNG looking to put this game to bed with another try. 20 metres out from the line. Ila Alu straight up the middle. Up the guts. 10 metres out. De Belin in at first receiver. Dummies. De Belin almost gets on the outside. They're 5 out now. Rimbu to Valentine. And Valentine's over the line. Kikau's underneath to hold him up. And Viliame Kikau with an amazing try-saving effort. Valentine is so determined to get his try. And Kikau says, not on my watch, mate. Yeah, what do you reckon, Jake Ponchi? Does that sound all right? Maybe we'll do a couple and see how they go, or what I'm thinking. Through the hands now, Labert. The cutout pass to Jaw. Jaw is taken down. 5 meters out on the fifth and last. Labert fires a huge cutout pass across the face of the defense to Derby. It was surely at least 6 meters forward, and it's been called as such. And Fiji are let off the hook big time there, but they're running out of time. Penalty now to Fiji. Oh, I appreciate that, Jake. I'm just curious if that was if that's something you would be interested in at all as a subscriber of the channel. If I were to do more shorts that are more general rugby league news, transfers, that sort of thing, if there's interest in it. Penalty to Fiji, kick into touch. Thank you so much. Speaking of this channel on YouTube, speaking of it, 3,747 subscribers. Thank you very much. Geez, I wondered if we would make 3,700 by the end of this stream. Maybe we could potentially make 3,800. It's probably pushing it a little bit. 3,800 might be pushing it a little bit, but holy hell, if we get there, I don't know. I might keel over with excitement if we get to 3,800 by the end of this stream. So on YouTube, if you are joining us for the first time and you are enjoying the Wasted World of Sports alternative commentary, do feel free to hit the like and subscribe button to follow along, because we will be covering all the Pacific Championship games here on the channel. Taruva catches the inside ball. Numbers here for Fiji, but Kikau spills it. Viliame Kikau's worst game of his career, in my opinion, continues. He has thrown 2 intercept balls that have led directly to PNG tries, and now he has dropped the ball forward with a 2-man overlap out to the left, and a try goes begging for Fiji. Unbelievable. Viliame Kikau is having a night to forget. Oh, it was on for Fiji there, and it was crucial that they got that try. PNG have got this game in the bag now. Signed, sealed, delivered. This game is now PNG's to lose. Tackle 5. They're going to run it on the fifth and last, are they? They are. Lockie Lamb's caught with the ball. Tries to break away, but surrenders in the tackle. Labert will have to put the kick away. And again, Fiji let it bounce. Taruva brings it back. Beats the tackle. Taruva still going. Offloads. Back to Sivo. Sivo straightens, beats the first tackle, and is brought down. Quick play the ball. Viliame steps back in field, beats one, stands in the tackle, got the arms free, Viliame, but no support, so has to look for a quick play the ball. Over halfway now goes Wonga Blake. 73 minutes gone, scooping the ball up with one hand there and charging forward. Fiji now 25 meters out from the line. Kamikamica, the captain, trying to lead from the front. 12 meters out on the fifth and last. That was a good set. They go short side. Wrong option. PNG were numbered up down there. And the kick is tapped dead by Roltinga, who's hurt himself. Roltinga has hurt himself in a try-saving effort to tap the ball dead. He has also hurt himself. Roltinga is still down. Roltinga gets back, taps it dead, and falls awkwardly on the shoulder. He's still down in back play. I'm sure he's all right, though, Roltinga. 22 points to 4, 73 minutes gone. This game is done and dusted. Surely PNG have done enough to win now. Consolation points are all on offer for Fiji. I'm pretty sure... Oh, that's a shocker of a restart. Oh, no, it's not. Labert gets the bounce and Kikau makes a mess of it at the back. And now Fiji lose it over the sideline. Jennings fires it back in field, but it's been called a knock on. It was the worst goal line restart you'll ever see in your bloody life. And it works out all right. It gets the bounce. And then Kikau loses it. Just to add to his disgrace of a night. Viliame Kikau really having a night to forget. Fiji will send this up as a captain's challenge, challenging the call of a knock-on. Labert, it didn't even get close to going the 10 metres. It was a shocking restart. It bounces over the 10-metre line, and then Kikau moves forward, misses it completely, and it's been collected at the back, and whoa, well, I don't think that has been knocked on. Jennings fires it back in field. The referee called a knock on, and it looks like the decision's going to stand. I don't think that was, though, in all honesty, but... Challenge unsuccessful. Stephen Tobessa, watching from Alatau, Milne Bay, PNG. Go Kumuls. Oh, Vobsy. There's more Kevin Nakama slander. 6.5 minutes to go. PNG win the scrum. Taking it up to halfway now. Jack de Belin stands in the tackle. Gets the quick play, the ball away. Oh, Jake Ponchi says, as a Parramatta fan, I'm very disappointed in Sivo. Yeah, Sivo's... I get the feeling Sivo's on the way out, right? Honestly. Sivo's sort of like well and truly at the back end of his career and done. You would think. DJ Shack says, Jason Demetria, what a job he's done for PNG. Yep, and just to think, the kick goes over the top and it's taken well by Kevin Nakama, who plays the ball quickly and, surely a penalty there. Yeah, Jason Demetria, huh? Jeez, if only he were available for the Broncos coaching gig. He could have turned him around. PG back in possession. 5 minutes remaining. That's why channels like this exist, James. Oh, now Fiji come up with a spilt ball inside their own territory. Sione Orosambo says, well, I know you know. I'm just for the benefit of everybody else. Not all about you, James. Sometimes my comments are for the benefit of everybody else. It's all about Moses. That's what it's all about. All about Moses. 50 metres out from the try line. PNG looking for some more points. 4 minutes remaining. "30 metres out from the line. Here is Liam Horn back on the field. Yeah, settle down, Michelle. Inside ball for Nene McDonald. And McDonald nearly goes through. Oh, he's had a great game, Nene McDonald. Simbican. 10 metres out from the line. Another try beckoning here for PNG. Labert to Lamb. Lamb kicks through. Sivo dives at it, but also diving at it is Elijah Roltinga. Robert Derby there. It's gone up as no try. Robert Derby or Roltinga? Derby looking for a double. It is Derby. Derby looking for a double. Sivo doesn't ground the ball. Is there an obstruction involved here? Oh, contact late on Lamb as well. Obstruction from Jennings. There's all kinds of things that we could find here. But it looks like Derby has scored the try potentially. Derby might have got another one. The kick through from Lamb, you could penalise late contact on Lamb. You could penalise Jennings for an obstruction there, potentially. I'm not saying you do these things. I'm saying potentially. And Derby has grounded it in front of Sivo. Micah Sivo, slow to turn, doesn't get hands to the ball. And this is a double for Derby and another try for PNG. I'm calling it. I'm calling it early. Derby has scored another one for PNG here. Although on that replay, it looks like he's bounced it. But I am calling this another try. Oh, no, he's lost it. Never mind. No, I'm pretty sure he's lost that. Seeing the slow motion replay from that angle, there's clear separation from the ball. But my God, was Sivo slow to turn there. Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much for tonight. It's been amazing. I don't normally mention the subscribers, or I don't say things like typical YouTubers of like hit the like and subscribe button. But I actually have tonight, and I can't help but notice that there's been a lot more subscribers than normal. So maybe I should do it more often. As Fiji come up with another spelt ball, and it's on in back play. We're bringing back the Biff. Bringing back the Biff. Donahue is getting into it. A lot of PNG jerseys there. Fiji. They are feeling this. They are feeling this, honestly. 77.5 minutes gone. Fiji expected to win this game. Have been destroyed. And coming up with the mistake there, and it fires up in back play. Donahue and Liam Horn. A little bit of push and shove there. Bringing back the Biff. Scrum down for PNG. This game firmly in their grasp. Lamb runs the cutout play for McDonald. McDonald passes it out to an unmarked Roltinga, who leaves the ball behind. It was on again there for PNG. Another opportunity, more points this game. It could have been blown open way more than it actually has been, as Kamikamica goes on a charge upfield. Again, Taruva in at first receiver. 40 metres out from PNG's line. And a big charge. Donahue takes it into contact. He's tried hard. But Fiji just haven't been able to break this game apart. Out to the right. Wonga Blake steps back in field. And he's caught with the ball on play 4. 1.5 minutes remaining. 15 metres out from the line. Taruva again in at first receiver. As Fiji run cross field. Donahue to Jennings. Jennings taps it on to Sivo. Sivo passes back for Jennings, who goes close to the sideline. And it's Belin of all people out there to make the tackle. Kikau in at first receiver. Donahue now. Crossfield kick on play 4. Taken out of the air by Roltinga. And PNG defuse that kick. A penalty, though, to Fiji. Oh, a penalty to Fiji. They were offside. We're inside the last minute of the game. Inside the last minute of the game, Waste of World of Sports, we will be back covering all the games of the Pacific Championships. If you're new to the channel, just joining us for the first time tonight, and you would like to stick around for more rugby league and rugby union action, do feel free to hit that subscribe button as Nakama kicks through and it sits up behind the line. Nakama, it's still live and Sivo dives on it. Micah Sivo has scored a try. Micah Sivo, a tick off the multi right before the full-time siren. Sivo has potentially scored here. Dr. Pooh, ahoy, mate. Micah Sivo will get potentially here the second tick off the multi right before full time. And it was all started off the back of Kevin Nakama. Robert Derby fails to secure the loose ball for PNG. Spills it back into the in goal. Everyone runs over the top of it. And Sivo is there. The most opportunistic of all tries tonight. Micah Sivo, a tick off the multi, right on full time. Well, we got halfway there. Halfway through the same game multi. Conversion attempt is on target from Tane Milne. And through it goes, but it is 22 points to 10. Do not let that scoreline fool you. 22 points to 10. It was domination from the Kumuls. PNG put on a performance and a half tonight, which defied the odds. As DJ Shack rightfully said, perhaps we underestimated PNG based on we don't know the names, but they play regularly in Super League. They play in the Queensland Cup for the Hunters. Just because we don't know the names doesn't mean that they don't know how to play. And by God, they came and played. They have outclassed an NRL-laced Fijian side tonight. 22 points to 10. I don't think that scoreline truly reflects the domination that PNG had tonight. Fiji started the game well. Fiji were on top, I think, for the first 20 minutes. But outside that opening quarter, this game was all PNG. Vincent Spears, music, ahoy, mate. How are you, sir? Tato Pakmot says, congratulations to my countrymen. Nice. Nice game, guys. PNG, Fiji, says Daniel Gadibo. Dr. Pooh says, damn, Fiji look like they took the Hain taxi instead of the plane. Natalie Balat says, Kumuls, one more try and prove all the haters wrong. It's all over, Natalie. It's all over. PNG have already proved all the haters, if there were any. I don't know of any haters of PNG. But if there were any, by God, they've been proven wrong already. They don't need another try. 22 points to 10. Domination for 3/4 of the match. Dominating. PNG put on a performance and a half. A well-deserved victory. All right, Waste of World of Sports. I'm going to stick around. I'm just going to have a quick break. It's been a whole game. I don't think this has ever happened before in the history of Wasted World of Sports. Honestly, I might be getting a little bit too personal here, by the way. But honestly, I don't think this has happened. A full 80 minutes, and I've not had one single piss break. So I very, very badly need to go pee. But I'll be right back. And chat room, I'm going to throw it open to the chat room. Any questions about the game? Any questions about NRL season 2024 or what's upcoming in season 2025 in general? Feel free to throw some questions at me. And, of course, Waste of World of Sports, we are here to cover all the Pacific Championship action. We'll be covering the Rugby Union November tours to Europe, and we'll be covering whatever coming up. So if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for checking us out here on the Wasted World of Sports for our alternative commentary on primarily rugby league, but rugby union as well, and some other stuff coming up in the off season as well. So yes, if you are new, feel free to click the like and subscribe button. I'll have a quick break. I'll be right back, and we'll open it up to questions in the chat room here on the Wasted World of Sports. Thank you so much for being with us. The show continues after this quick break.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pence.
All right.
From the kickoff to the final whistle blow.
Okay, there we go. We are back. 22 points to 10. As I said, domination here from Papua New Guinea. They put on a hell of a performance. So as I said, we will throw it over to the chat room. Chat room, if you've got any questions. Yeah, it was very quick, Bobsy. I just, needed to... the thing is, like, when Michelle's here to co-host, it's so easy for me to just sneak off and have a whiz. Well, I had to leave the desk, yes, Bobsy, because... Yeah. I mean, you've seen, I'm pretty sure, a somewhat of a studio tour. I do actually have to leave the room to, because there's a dartboard behind me here. It's just the desk here and my other monitors, and I've got all monitors over there. In fairness, I did turn the camera off, so... Yeah, in fairness, I did switch the camera off, so you have absolutely no idea what I actually did. So it's probably a fair question. DJ Shaq says, Dan, are you streaming the Japan vs All Blacks game next Saturday afternoon? By God, of course. Absolutely. Look, we've obviously built this channel on the back of NRL, but for me personally, I love rugby union. Rugby union is primarily my sport. And whenever the All Blacks are playing, absolutely. Yes. 110% yes. So, I love both codes. I really don't understand the... what's the word? Somebody help me with the word here, but I don't understand really why there has to be this... this hatred between codes. I like both. I happen to like rugby union better, I do admit. I do prefer a good game of rugby union, for me, beats a good game of rugby league. I will say that a good game of rugby league is potentially easier to come across. I would agree with that. But I do, yeah, I much prefer rugby union personally. But that's my personal preference. I don't understand why there has to be a hatred between the codes. Can't we all just get along? Dagari no Ghana. Thanks, boys. PNG 100. And thank you, bro, for your updates. Not a problem at all. Dogati, thank you very much for your company here tonight. Here on the Waste of Water Sports. Oh, 3,784. Thank you so much, everybody. Vobsy says State of Origin or All Blacks Wallabies World Cup final. Well, that's not even a question. Honestly, here's what would honestly happen. 110%, this is how we would attack this. If the scenario ever arose, it won't, but I'm just saying, should for some reason it ever come up that State of Origin and a Rugby World Cup final are on the same night, there would be 2 different streams on this same channel. I would be covering the Rugby World Cup final. Michelle would be covering the State of Origin. It will never happen because it just won't ever happen. That's not the way that the sports are organised, but a completely theoretical question. That's how we would attack it. I would cover the rugby union, and Michelle would cover the State of Origin. No one would hear me. God, Michelle's on drugs tonight. You've just got to look at the Waste of Water Sports back catalogue of videos and see that the rugby union does twice the numbers of the rugby league matches. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you would. My apologies. Okay, I see what's going on here. I thought Michelle was taking the piss out of rugby union, suggesting no one would hear you because all the viewers would be watching the State of Origin stream. I see. No. We wouldn't be in the same room, Michelle. We wouldn't be in the same room doing the 2 streams. I get you. I'm on board now with... I've caught up. I thought you were taking the piss out of rugby union and suggesting that it wouldn't get as many viewers. And I'm just like, just look at the history of this channel to know that that's not true. But yeah, okay, I see what you mean. No, we wouldn't be in the same room. The man, the myth, the legend. State of Origin or Pacific... State of Origin for Pacific nations. I like it. I do. I like it. I think... Well, we actually got... we had a video shout-out from Big Willie Mason last year. Last year? Yeah, last year. Lead into the Pacific Championships. And one of the things that Big Willie brought up was that he is liking the fact that the players are starting to choose their Pacific heritage over things like State of Origin or representing Australia at international level. And he said that's a good thing for the game, which I actually agree with. I wholeheartedly agree with that fact. For rugby league to continue to grow, and again, I'm a fan of both. I want to see rugby league thrive at international level. I don't think it will unless there is something to seriously combat State of Origin. Let's face it, State of Origin is the pinnacle of the sport. I mean, I don't know. There might be some argument to that. I think that's a true statement, though. Like, rugby league players aspire, for the most part, to play State of Origin. And it's slowly but surely changing. We're getting there. We are getting to the point where it is slowly starting to turn. And representative level, like international representative level, is starting slowly but surely to take over. So maybe something like that would be good. Maybe that would be, it would create that next level for them to aspire to. So I think that's a great idea. The man, the myth, the legend. I am 100% on board with that. I think that's a fantastic idea. Yeah, I would love to see that. Roderick Rocky says, fly high Kumuls, watching from Papua New K92. Nice. Emmanuel says, well done, PNG Kumuls. Way to go. Yes, it was a great performance. Who were the try scorers? Let's bring that up again just quickly. So, yeah. Darby Rimbu. Oi, what the hell's that? I don't want to sign up to the newsletter. Go away. Go away there. Christopher Cosmos says, thanks for bringing the game to us through your channel. Cheers, Christopher. That comment is going on my... Oh, yeah. By the way, like some of you may have noticed that sometimes I whip out my phone. And I said my phone, UFC. I whip out my phone. I don't want UFC to get overexcited. Sometimes you see I whip out my phone. I do actually have a collection of kind, supportive comments. I do actually keep a collection of them. So if somebody throws up something generous in the chat room, yeah, I take a snap of it. And sometimes, because it's very easy, honestly, it is very easy to, as a content creator on any platform, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Facebook, whether it be TikTok, it is very easy sometimes. Honestly, sometimes I can't see them all, Michelle. I do apologize. And it is very easy to, what's the word? Be discouraged, I suppose. I mean, sometimes I do struggle. Sometimes I do look at a game and go, oh, this will hardly be worth it. Like, well, what's the point? And then you go live and you get comments, you get feedback of all sorts, and sometimes you see me whip the phone out and that's what I'm doing. Sometimes you just need a little reminder. Jake Ponchi, catch you later, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, indeed. The transfers is a great suggestion, mate. It is something that I'm playing around with to bring videos, shorts, and maybe some extended coverage. But I don't know about live stream. I mean, it makes sense. It really does for a live stream channel to do everything in a live stream. And maybe we do. Maybe we just gather up all the news articles in a week, and Michelle and I get together one night a week and just talk random NRL bollocks. It'd be like our version of the Matty John show, I suppose. Maybe we do that. I don't know. But I have, despite that, like outside of that, I've definitely given serious consideration to doing more regular updates just through YouTube Shorts and smaller videos throughout the course of the week. So, yes, a very good suggestion, Jake Ponchi. DJ Shaq said that Japan finished second in the Pacific Nations Cup and Union. And he said it in Japanese. Yep. Yeah, well, I've in my history, in my lifetime, I've had 2 Japanese girlfriends, and I didn't pick up any of the dialect. Yeah. Kennedy Kera says, thumbs up, PNG. Constant support all the way from PNG. And Kennedy, thank you so much. And yes, I do believe that, because we jumped into the Oh, God. We jumped into the analytics earlier, and over the past year, 39.1% of the supporters of this channel have been from PNG, so thank you very much. Except for Itai, I learned very quickly what Itai means. Itai! It's a complex language to learn, says DJ Shack. To put this in perspective, our standard English alphabet has one type of script with 26 letters. Japanese has 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, it's like yeah, anyway. I was going to go down roads I probably shouldn't. Sylvester Wangi says, thanks, Kumul. Oh, don't, Bobsy, lesson learnt. But yeah, don't be putting your faith in Google Translate. Don't be putting no faith in Google Translate, my friend. That will lead you astray. Quick smart. Yeah. I mean, AI is getting good, but yeah, we're not quite there yet. Oh, God damn it. Speaking of AI, has anyone seen those? This is not sports related at all, but I suppose it could become sports related at some point. Have we seen those Tesla robots? That's not real, right? Can somebody please tell me that those Tesla robots are not real? I mean, this came out of nowhere. This is not a thing, right? Those buggers look too much like the iRobots from that Will Smith movie. For the love of God, like, please tell me that those Tesla robots are not real. And that whole thing, there was a whole festival, a whole conference festival to showcasing them. I've seen the movie iRobot with Will Smith, and they look so similar. They're just lacking the facial features. That's all that's missing. They are exactly the same in every way, except for those facial features. And we know how that movie went down. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. I'm really hoping that that's not real. But, jeez. Oh, you've got to be careful in Thailand. Things aren't always what they seem. I've shared my story on the stream before. Definitely shared that story in the past. Samuel Kunji says, mega congratulations. You've made PNG proud. Obviously, PNG Kumuls, not me. The man, the myth, the legend, favorite heavy metal band. Oh, see, I've gone through a really... It's such a simple question, but I'm going to make it so difficult. Because I've gone through many, many phases in my life. Like, I grew up being like into soul R&B. Strange as it may seem. So when I was little, I was into all like the mainstream music. What sort of broke me out of that was post high school, and I started getting into Muse and Placebo, bands like this, Radiohead. So these European alternative rock bands. And I slowly but surely just got heavier and heavier based off of that. And so that sort of started happening through the new metal era. So Korn was a big thing. Papa Roach started coming through. And so what I find happens, the man, the myth, the legend, what I find happens is that when I talk about metal, actual metalheads go, oh, gatekeep. Can I use the word gatekeepers? Like really, 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 really hardcore metalheads, gatekeepers of the community go, that's not even metal. It's like, well, look, they said that they said that it was metal, and I got into them. So, well, look, my favorite band of sort of the past decade has been Avenged Sevenfold, which I don't consider Avenged Sevenfold to be metal. Avenged Sevenfold get categorized as metal. I don't think they even consider themselves metal. So I don't think it's my fault. I don't think it's their fault that they get categorized as such. When I say that I'm a fan of Avenged Sevenfold, I say that as a fan of alternative rock. I do not try to claim them as a metal band. I would say, though, my favorite metal band right now is Ice Nine Kills. And yeah, I mean, even Ice Nine Kills, people kind of question it. So Mercenary is another one that I like. Mercenary, if anyone's familiar with them. What else? What else do I listen to? Yeah, because I don't consider myself a metal fan. I'm alternative rock, definitely. I'm alternative rock. Post grunge is another sort of genre that's popped up that I clearly fall into. Post grunge is a thing that's just sort of evolved, hasn't it? Nathan Sifa on TikTok. Ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. No, the Wiggles are dead to me. Dr. Pooh, the Wiggles are dead to me now that they've become all woke. Look, I'm not opposed at all to woke culture. I love inclusiveness. If inclusiveness is justified, I am not a fan of inclusiveness just for the goddamn sake of being inclusive. Now we've got a gay wiggle and we've got wiggles of color, which is all fine if it weren't done for an agenda. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to cancel myself. I'm not trying to be edgy. I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just saying, inclusiveness for the sake of doing it just to be woke, I can't go along with. It's all over, Yokond. The game is over. Full time. PNG have won 22 points to 10. So therefore, yeah, the Wiggles have lost all respect with me. To be perfectly honest, Dr. Pooh. The Wiggles started to play the game. And I'm not having any of it. None of it. All right, we've gone silent. I wasn't too controversial, was I? I wasn't meaning to be. Can we go back to talking about heavy metal bands? Whoops. Yo, Cond, thank you very much. Just subscribe to the channel, huh? Nice. 3,787 subscribers here on the Wasted World of Sports. The man, the myth, the legend says post-grunge early 2000s is the jam. Superhaven, youngest daughter, is on repeat tonight for my night shift. Enjoyed the stream. Have a beautiful night, mate. Cheers. The man, the myth, the legend. But yeah, post-grunge. Honestly, I didn't even know post-grunge was a thing. I was never... Like Michelle, my often co-host, is way more musically inclined than myself. So, I don't really necessarily understand genres and all the breakdown of everything. I like music. I would like to say I am just such a... I describe myself as being such a beautifully ignorant person when it comes to genres. If you go through my Spotify, right, I got, like, my Spotify has got everything from, like, old school Europop. Like, I used to listen to Steps. Steps were one of my favorite, and Bewitched. And then, you know, you've got the boy band era. I love the Backstreet Boys and Westlife and NSYNC. Boys to Men were my first love. Boys to Men were the first band that I truly got into. Cooley High Harmony was the first album that I ever bought. I still own it on cassette. It was the first album that I ever bought. I'm just musically genre ignorant. I like all things. My favorite music at the moment, K-pop. I love K-pop, man. Like, I've got collector's K-pop framed. I've got framed Korean pop posters in my studio background. Yeah, if I am musically ignorant, if I like it, I listen to it. I don't care. I don't define myself as a metalhead. And by the way, this is absolutely no offense to anybody who does define themselves by musical genres. I'm just saying that's not me. I am musically genre ignorant. I love it all. I've even been getting into some old school stuff that I never used to listen to back in the day when it was actually around. Like Elton John and Billy Joel is stuff that I listen to quite frequently now. But when I was little, never listened to it. Never ever listened to it back in the day. But now, love it. But yeah, if I were to pull out one category, it would definitely be the post-grunge. Bands like Avenged Sevenfold, of course, as I've already mentioned. Smile Empty Soul, love me some Smile Empty Soul. Submersed, Volbeat are up there as well. 6 a.m. Yeah. Ra, a little known band, Ra, R-A. Yeah, there's probably some really obscure bands that I listened to in that post-grunge era. But anyway. All right, DJ Shaq is still talking Japanese. Oh, by the way, DJ Shaq, the one that Itai was, Itai. I don't really want to get into the story, but yeah, Itai. I learnt very quickly what Itai meant. Itai. I might be pronunciating the E a little too harshly. Itai. And I know what Kampai means as well, funnily enough. Who'd have thought I know what Kampai means? Of course the drunk bastard knows what Kampai means. Okay. All right, Wasted World of Sports. Open slather to the chat room. If we're all done, though, I will happily move along. Yeah, Dr. Pooh loves camp pie with rice. I'm not even going to ask about that. This sounds like too much like one of those this one time at band camp stories. This one time at band camp, there was rice involved. Okay, DJ Shaq is still wanting to chat Japan versus New Zealand. Fire away, sir. What would you like to know? And other rugby around the grounds. My predicted score? Would you like to know my predicted score? Jesus, sorry about that. I just whacked the microphone. I don't really know a predicted score, to be honest, because I don't know who's playing yet. I haven't looked into it. I would say that, I would suggest the All Blacks win quite comfortably, though, in fairness, right? That'd be fair. No worries, mate. Second. Waste to World of Sports, TikTok. I'm going to sign off on the TikTok. Thank you so much for being with us. I see that Kyle, at the very least, Kyle is still over there on the TikTok. Kyle, if you would like to carry on with this conversation, Waste to World of Sports on YouTube. Waste to Water Sports on Facebook. We also stream on TikTok. I'm going to end the TikTok now. So, Kyle, do feel free to jump over to the YouTube and find us there if you would like to stick around. But other than that, mate, thank you so much for checking out the stream tonight for the Pacific Championship. Very much appreciate it. There, Kyle Carver, the last remaining person on TikTok. Yes, YouTube, Waste to Water Sports. If you'd like to check us out over there, I'm going to go ahead and end the TikTok stream. Cheers. All right. Okay, yeah, not bad. Okay, so TikTok had 492 total views, 2 diamonds. I don't know what that means. I really don't. 1.3 thousand likes and 6 new followers. So, yeah, not bad. A very worthwhile to have started streaming over on TikTok. For sure. All right. Very worthwhile indeed. Yeah, TikTok. Waste to Water Sports live on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Actually, I'm probably going to end Facebook stream as well. Oh, no. There's still 10 of you over there. All right. Still 10 on Facebook. I'll keep you guys there if you want. Actually, let me try and bring the chat room up. We'll try and get some questions from TikTok, bloody Facebook as well. So, yeah, Facebook, I'm now looking at your chats. I couldn't see your chats all night, and I apologize for that, but I can see your chats now, so... watching from Moscow. Nice. BM Gend. Is that how I pronounce that? BM Gend. Watching all the way from Moscow. All right, I'm going to pop that chat out. Let's bring the Facebook... Boo. Dr. Pooh's like, boo. Facebook people. Boo. Dr. Pooh is just like, no. Dr. Pooh obviously owns shares in YouTube. All right. DJ Shaq says, I'm talking about Damian McKenzie being benched in favor of Barrett. Yes! I love it! Don't even need to read the rest of it. I love it. Anyone who's been involved in any of the recent All Blacks live streams knows that I cannot for the life of me understand why they persist with... I thought that the Damian McKenzie experiment ended when Scotty Razor Robinson took over the coaching gig, right? No, the Damian McKenzie experiment did not end when Scotty Razor Robinson took over the coaching gig. As a matter of fact, it continued. For some reason, it continued. And, yeah, well, Damian McKenzie is not an international level fly half. I'm sorry. And I know it's easy to poke fun and just like, oh, well, you couldn't do any better. Of bloody course I couldn't do any better. I'm not suggesting that I could do any better, but I'm suggesting that there's better players available who could do better. That's what I'm saying. God damn it. Not a fan. Look at that. I just took the piss out of Damian McKenzie and we've gone up 7 viewers on Facebook. Everybody hates Damian McKenzie. I feel like that should be a sitcom moving forward. An All Black sitcom. Everybody hates Damian McKenzie. Vopsy says, oh, no, I've already got it sorted, Vopsy. Thanks. Joseph Smith, thank you very much for subscribing, Joseph. Don't be shy now, Joseph, in the chat room. Let us know where you're from. And, well, I mean, not specifically. We don't need specifics. Just, I mean, like country and where you're joining us from and who you support and all that. Because the game's over. 22 points to 10. PNG have defeated Fiji here tonight. So we're in the post-game process now. We're talking about all the post-game stuff. So feel free to not be a stranger. Chat rooms, YouTube, Facebook. I'm just fielding questions at this point. Fielding all types of questions. Now that the game is finished. Questions about anything. We've had questions about the rugby union. Dr. Pooh says Joseph Smith, the Mormon church leader, is in our chat. Okay, it could be a completely different Joseph Smith as well, of course. Not necessarily anyone connected to anything. We did have Daniel Tupou in the chat earlier. Let's not forget. Daniel Tupou was in the TikTok chat. And it clearly wasn't the Daniel Tupou. The Daniel Tupou that we know and Vobsy loves. Roosters. It's him. He loves rugby. Oh, well, good man. Bobsy says, have you seen Joey Manu's video? He looks so happy in Japan. It makes me so sad. Oh, well, he's probably... I'm not going to say what I was going to say, where my mind was going. But yes, I have. I saw, well, it depends what you're saying. I've seen some videos of Joey Manu, and he was dressing his teammates in the sheds, and he had a translator and everything, and yeah, he was very happy to be there. Very happy to be there. He's done it very, very smart, I think, Joey Manu, by going to Japan to start his rugby journey, where he can essentially fly under the radar somewhat. Very, very smart move, I think. I think he's done it the right way. I really do. See, Benji Marshall back in the day did it the wrong way. Was it Tuivasa-Sheck? Was it Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the other one who went across to rugby and didn't really crack it? I think Joey Manu is doing it the perfect way. Go to Japan, where he can just slide under the limelight, learn the trade, and then he can come back to New Zealand, crack a Super Rugby team. Once he learns the ins and outs. Perfect. I think he's done it really, really smart. Whoever is dictating Joey Manu's career, whether it's Joey himself or a manager who is controlling his career, they've done it perfectly. He's done it the perfect way. Go to Japan, fly under the radar, learn the rules, adapt to the sport, because he's obviously got the skill. This is the thing. Rugby union players have rugby league skills. Rugby league players have rugby union skills. It's all about adapting and fine-tuning. That's where they fall apart sometimes if they try to go too far too soon. And it's not necessarily them trying to go too far too soon, but if they're thrown in either by management or just by contracts or whatnot, going too far too soon is what separates the two sports. I've played both. All right, I've played both in my time, not professionally. Absolutely not. I'm not trying to come across as some sort of expert on the whole thing, but I've grown up loving both sports and I've played both sports, and I can tell you that the fitness levels between the two are just completely different. The defensive patterns between the two are completely different. I started in rugby league. And I found myself going over to rugby union, and I went from being a back in rugby league to bulking up a little bit and going, all right, I started in the backs in union, but no, I'm suddenly, yes, I did bulk up a little bit, but I'm now too slow. I'm too slow. They moved me closer and closer into the pack. And then I got into the pack. And then when I went back again, even though I'd bulked up and slowed down a little bit, I was still in the backs in rugby league. It's just, but the fitness is what killed me. So it's, as somebody who has played both over the years, the basic core elements of the skill set are the same, but it's just just a different mindset. It's, just these slight differences that can make a world of difference. Yeah, the offside line, of course, is something I didn't even bring up, DJ Shack. The offside line, the constant back and forth is what kills you. Like when you've played rugby union for any length of time, and then you come over to rugby league and you've got that constantly get back. I remember my first game of rugby league after coming back from rugby union. I was constantly offside. I'm just lurking out on the edge. I'm just hovering out on the edge like, damn it. Because it was just constantly like push up, make the tackle. Okay, back, push up, back. And eventually I would just be like, we would get to like the fifth tackle of a set. I'm standing in the opposition defensive line because I'm just like, nuts to it. It doesn't matter if it's the fifth tackle. They're going to kick anyway. They're not running out here. I'm just going to walk back. Yeah, it catches you out. So I do feel like as a fan of both sports, you do have to have higher fitness in rugby league, but your actual ball playing skills have to be higher in rugby union, and that's just my personal opinion. Dr. Pooh says, yep, started playing in union and then played league. The difference I found was the training was completely different. Rugby union, you train anaerobics, and league is quick bust training. I don't know. I always skipped training. And yes, the key difference, and this has always been the key difference for mine, DJ Shack, in rugby union, everything is a contest. Everything's a contest. You have to fight for the ball every time you go to ground, every time it's in the air, every time it goes out. It's a constant contest for the ball, and there's actually scrums as well. So yes, very, very clear differences between the two teams, between the two codes, I should say. Very big differences between the two codes, but I've enjoyed playing both of them. Honestly, I enjoy playing both for vastly different reasons, and I enjoy both as well as a supporter. I don't understand really why there has to be a dislike between the codes. It really baffles me, honestly. It's like, you like what you like. I don't understand why there has to be this just a hatred amongst the supporter community. I like both. Why can't you like both? So, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah. All right. It's the world of sports. We are now looking at an extremely tired man who has been standing up for well beyond 80 minutes straight now. Okay. Oh, well, we can't go yet. We've got to hear this. Bobsy has a reason to hate Union. Because they've stolen all these Roosters players, I think is what he's going to say. They're taking all my favourite. I knew it. I called it. Rugby Union is stealing all the Roosters players. No, in fairness, though, this is Rugby Union's fault because they haven't learnt. Australian rugby went through this period of pinching NRL players. Lottie Takiri, Matt Rogers, Andrew Walker, Wendell Saylor, who else? I'm sure there were more. Now, Matt Rogers went okay. He wasn't a standout. Matt Rogers was okay, but Matt Rogers grew up playing rugby union. Wendell Saylor was shithoused. Terrible. Lottie Takiri, terrible. Andrew Walker had his moments, but overall, terrible. Israel Folau was god-awful. Israel Folau was probably one of the worst converts ever. So, it's Australian rugby's own fault, basically. Australian rugby's own fault. Rugby league converts have largely proven to be unsuccessful, and yet they still go and throw all this money at them. Don't quite understand it. That said, I think Swalihi and Joey Manu are pretty big pickups for the code. I know that Manu's not coming across to play for Australia, but I'm just saying, in terms of converts, yeah, 100% Dr. Pooh. Australia screwed themselves up, honestly. Let's be completely honest about this. Australia went through a period of rugby domination. They shouldn't have. They never should have. Australian rugby never. Because when you think they've got AFL and Rugby League, NRL, to compete with, Australian rugby should never have had that golden era of Gregan and Eels and Larkham and Herbert and Horan and just players out the wazoo. Offahengawe. They should never have had a team to compete in rugby union ever, let alone dominate the world. But what happened was they went on this NRL raid. All those players that I named, Wendell Saylor, Matt Rogers, Lottie Takiri, Israel Folau, they thought that rugby league was the golden goose. It wasn't. And so what happens? The effect of this that we don't see. We don't see the effect that it has of a young player coming through the ranks, right? Goes all right, I've played through the school systems, and DJ Shack has raised a very valuable point in that the school systems for rugby union in this country is very privatized. It's not the word that he used, but it's the same point. It's all through the private schools. I went through a public school. We didn't get rugby union. That's the only reason I played rugby league. When I said I played both, I played rugby league at school. I played rugby union through a private club because we didn't have it in public school. It is very privatized, rugby union system in this country. And I believe it still is, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Been a while. It's been a while since I've been in high school, just quietly. But the problem is, wow, what was I talking about? What am I even on about? I don't remember. I've completely forgotten. I do apologize. I was off on something and then I've just gone. Totally privatized. Well, yeah, that's the point I just made. Oh, God, I don't know. It obviously wasn't important. I think the point that I was leading to is that Australian rugby screwed themselves by thinking that NRL players with the magic bullet, the silver bullet, this is going to fix everything. But what it did was all these rugby league players came across, and the rugby union players, as privatized and exclusive as this system may be, they went, Jesus Christ. Here we are on the fringes of Wallaby selection. We're sitting here on the fringes of Wallaby selection, and now they've just gone and given Wendell Sailor $3 million. I mean, I don't know what they gave Wendell, but here, you know what I'm saying. This is the point that I'm trying to make. So all these now privatized exclusive school kids are going, well, bugger it. Obviously, the way to get picked for the Wallabies is go through the NRL, be a decent NRL player, and we'll get earmarked by the Australian Rugby Union. I'm not saying that this is necessarily what happened, but surely there would have been a large percentage of kids coming through, whether it was the kids themselves or their parents, who then said, well, look at this landscape. This landscape is now changing. All right? We don't need to send you to private school no more. We'll send you to the public school. Just get good at NRL, and you're going to get the big payday from rugby union down the line anyway. Right? Yeah, so that was the point that I was trying to get to. They screwed themselves. Australian rugby screwed themselves, and they're still recovering. They are still recovering from that year 2000 era, that year 2000 period, where they went, what do we do to fix this? How do we get this World Cup winning, once in a generation quality team that they had come through that won World Cup? You can't just manufacture that, is the lesson that they've now learnt. And I think it also screwed up the grassroots system, because there would have been a lot of people who had that mindset of, no, we're going to go play league. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Who knows? All right, Waste to World of Sports. I think I've bollocksed on enough for one evening. I thank you so much for your company, as always. Good Lord, it's only 9 o'clock. Very early. All right. God damn it, screw it. Let's hang out on Discord for those who have Discord and would like to hang out with us. We'll have a Discord hang after this. I'll go have some PP time and get a new drink. And if you're on Discord, feel free to hang out over there. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys next week for more Pacific Championship action. Waste of Water Sports live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Thank you so much. Let's play the theme song and let's run some ads. Because, I mean, this is what I do now. I don't work anymore. What I do. Thank you so much. Cheers. Awkward. Awkward.
To the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken
Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate.
rugby league or union, it's all fair play.
Hang on. I haven't gone yet. Mr. Ed's dead. We dragged you into a Discord chat last time, and all we heard was like static. It was like an air conditioner or a fan or something in the background. Just so you're aware. Just so that you're aware that when you are on Discord, no need to apologize at all. It didn't interrupt us. I am letting you know for your benefit. I'm letting you know because I don't think that was meant to happen. I don't think that you know that when you're on Discord that you've got your microphone unmuted. I mean, feel free to join us in the conversation. Unmute yourself all the time and have a chat with us. No need to apologize. I'm bringing it up for you so that you know, like, I don't think we're supposed to hear his house right now. All right. I'm heading off. I'll be on Discord in, give me 5 minutes. Thank you so much. Cheers.
No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roast, sideline judge to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.